Right, I'm back on my perch again in the shed, and I could be a TV presenter here, you know, when they say things. And today's question comes from, well, today's question came from Gary Knight. Gary Knight, hi Gary. And he wanted to know what's been the high points and the low points of my career. And I guess it's going to be very difficult for me to list or even pick one high point. My working career, I'm ignoring private life here, but my personal, professional, working life has been just fantastic. Doing the working men's clubs and winning, that's pretty good. You get your kick from the first big theatres you do, and then I was a support act, and then you get your kicks from having your own first big major show in theatre. I guess one of the big highlights was working in the West End of London, which is theatre land, you know, the best place to be. And I was at the Prince of Wales Theatre for 14 months. That's quite exceptional because the West End doesn't tend to do variety type shows, you know, or as Americans call it, vaudeville. So I guess that was pretty damn good. Doing television shows and keeping them going at the top of the ratings for 16 years, that's pretty good. Meeting the Queen Mum, she was just exceptional. So, and that was part of my working life. Doing royal variety shows and all that jazz. Making an aeroplane appear, can you hear it? Yeah, while I'm talking. That's an amazing trick. Other people just vanish them. And then what else have I got up to in my work? And oh yes, I did a very special show in Belgium to raise funds for a cancer computer that the world accesses, and making royalty and top financial men of Europe belly laugh, because generally they don't. They're a bit reserved. They enjoy the show, but in this case, I was looking at one princess in particular with tears running down her cheeks laughing. And if you crack that, that's a pretty damn good feeling. So all those are highlights. And I've enjoyed doing magic days at home, which I talk about on my website and all that. These are all highlights. Working, doing a card trick is a highlight. The worst bit, you know, what's the low point? There's not many come to mind, to be honest. I suppose I did a tour of Germany on behalf of the military, and it really wasn't well organised at all. I think NAFI, our Navy, Army, Air Force Institute, let us down on that trip, and there was you can tell what an elegant show it was. There was me and a pop group called Art, Bart and Fargo, the memories, and they bumped their van onto a car. If you drive a big wagon, sometimes you can have a bump and just not feel it, but the Germans didn't understand that at all. And so, and also in Germany at that time, you had to pay the fine, and then months later you would go to court and you might get your money back, which seemed a bit like you are guilty until proven innocent. Wrong way round. So I finished up heading back for the coast in France or Belgium to get back to England. It was a couple of days before Christmas, and it was very, very cold. I got to the port the night before. I was driving myself, I was in my own wagon, and the boat was full. The other people had got there first. Even though you had a ticket, this guy wasn't letting us on and all that. So I went to the headquarters of the shipping company and persuaded them to bring a ship out of dock for all these cars we had stacked up there. And we got on board, but I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten for 2 days. I had no money from paying the fine. And so that was pretty damn low. I remember I got on the ship, and if there's 3 French guys watching this who once lost at a game of cards, I apologise because I was just hungry. I won the kitty by pretending I couldn't speak French at all, and therefore couldn't understand I had to put money in. And so yes, I used my skills to win, which is illegal, it's naughty, but I really was hungry. And when I won, I bought a round of sandwiches and then lost the kitty back. And I remember that was amazing. I got into Dover and reverse charged a call to my manager, and he said, "Where are you?" I told him exactly where I was. I had no money for petrol, I had no means of getting into a hotel, and this is before I was the international sex symbol that I am now. And I just got, you know, I didn't know what to do. And he said, "Just stay there." And after about half an hour, there was a knock on the door of the phone booth, and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm waiting for." And this woman said, "Is your name Daniels?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, I'm from the Salvation Army. There's a flask of tea, there's some food, and there's some money. You can pay us back when you've got it." Wow! I mean, well done, Sally Armies. I mean, I've respected them. I respected them before when I saw them working in Hong Kong, but they really are a great organisation. So I guess that was the really, really, really lowest point of being a travelling conjurer. And now I've mentioned a flask of tea, I think I'll go and have one.